and she flies. 2023 Audi Q3, and it ticks all the boxes of a daily driving compact SUV. And today I'm here to find out more. I'm Samar and this is Samar. This video by talking about the exterior design of the Q3, and it is a stunning looking car. And the first thing, of course, you notice from the front are these headlamps, which were revised and fresh and look attractive. You've got your lines and edges flowing all across the headlamp, and they're all LED as well. Now coming on to the classic Audi grille, where it's big mouth open, and you've got your Quattro badging right there. Of course, being an Audi, there are vents which are fake, obviously, but overall the whole exterior front is really attractive and it does look good. Now moving on to the side, and I really like the side profile of this car. There are lines and edges flowing seamlessly all across the side, which gives the car that muscular and chunky look. Now I especially love the alloys of this Q3. There are 18 inches. They all vary from 17 to 19 depending on which variant you pick. Thank God the guy who bought this picked these alloys because they look absolutely stunning. Now the fuel tank is of course on the other side, but this fuel tank is of 63 liters, which is I think good enough for the car this size. Now moving on to the rear of the car, and as you can see, the tail lamps and the headlamps make the whole character of this car. These were also revised and they look angular and sharper. And also this hornets on the side gives the car that bulky look, but overall the whole Q3 is a pretty stunning car. I really like the shape and the design of the Q3. Now moving on to the boot. So the boot, as you can see, is 460 liters, which is again good enough for the size of this car. And you have some storage space over here and there, and you have some tether points to tie down your stuff, and you have some hooks over here to hang some stuff. Also, you've got underfloor storage space, you've got a spare tire, some tools, and it does stay on top, which is pretty handy once you've got a flat. Now the boot can be accessed and the seats can be folded down, but to do that you've got to go all the way around over here. Once you're done with that, you have a pretty flat space to slide down your stuff to the front, and this does come off, but onto that later in a moment. Now let's hop onto the interior. Inside the Audi Q3, and the first thing you notice is that Audi hasn't given you much to cover. So let me just start. The whole build quality is sturdy, so good points in that. You've got soft touch material all across the dash, which extends all the way up to the window, which is also nice. Also, I really like this Quattro touch and this trim right here with silver and black, looks really nice. But again, coming down below, you can instantly feel the scratchy plastic. Over here, you can see the scratchy plastic, and I just don't like the sound of it. Now moving down, you have some blanks over here, which I don't know why automakers do, but they are there. Now Audi has also forgotten to add some luxury touches as a slider over here and over here, which is really very poor. Also, this gear positioning is just But moving on, the good thing is the armrest is nice and big, and you've got some space over here, and also you can adjust the armrest as per your convenience. Thank God to Audi that they have given the climate control separately, which makes it really easy to operate while you're driving. The screen is nice and crisp, but it does not come with a lot of features. It lacks an inbuilt map, but it does come with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. And also what I feel is that Audi interior, especially this one, is looking a lot like the Volkswagen ongoing models, which I think is really poor. Now onto the back seat. In the back seat of the Audi Q3, and the first thing you notice is that the quality of materials continues to the back as well. You've soft touch right over here, and I love this seat leather material. It just is soft and feels premium. And the other thing you notice is that it has space. I mean, look at this. I have enough knee room, I've got enough headroom, and actually surprised by the footwell space where you can stretch out your feet, which is actually good. Also, the under thigh support is brilliant in this car, and this car is pretty roomy. Due to this panoramic sunroof and big windows, there is a lot of light in the cabin. And look, the windows also go all the way down, so you can just stretch out your arm while you're cruising along. And I actually like the back seat of the Audi Q3. Also, for carrying 3 adults at the back, there is this hump, but I think a short person would do fine back seat. And sorry about that. Also, as you can see, the seats are movable and they can be reclined as well through this string right here, which is a good touch. And for more comfort, you've got this armrest at the back, and you have separate cup holders, which they look small, are flimsy, but they are there. And which brings me on to the practicality of the Audi. Starting with, you can only fit 1 bottle of practicality in the front open. And the story continues at the rear as well, as you can only fit 1 bottle of practicality in the rear door. The glove box is nice and big and can fit many bottles of practicality. You've got 2 places in the front to keep your mobile phone so it doesn't slide around, one in between the cup holders and the other in front of a gear lever. While this car lacks a wireless charger, but they've given you 2 lightning ports to charge your devices quickly. If you want to hide something from your passengers, they've given you a hidden storage space right under the steering wheel to hide some things. You've got some space in the center storage, but sadly it doesn't fit the bottle of practicality. But what you can do with the center armrest is you can adjust the height of it depending on what your height is. And if you're a person who drives very close to the steering wheel, it also has a slider. Brilliant. Go. You've got some storage space right behind the seat, and you can fit the bottle of practicality over it. A lot of times people don't know what to do with the load lift, but thankfully Audi has given some extra space to keep the load lift. While the practicality was surprisingly good in this car, but the feature list is a little underwhelming, starting with these 8-way adjustable seats with lumbar support for the driver and for the passenger as well. As you're all afraid of your phone slipping through your pocket, but Audi has thankfully taken care of it and your phone is safe. To improve your fuel economy, Audi has fitted with an auto start stop engine button. It's got a reverse camera which is standard, but the resolution is pretty sketchy, which brings me on to the annoying features about this Q3. While the touchscreen looks amazing while you're using it, but once the car is switched off, it looks really dirty. Being an Audi, you might be expecting that you might get an electronic steering wheel, but nah, it's manual. Audi never fails to remind you that you've not picked the top variant, as there should be a lock and unlock button right over here, but you've got a cheap plastic thing which spoils the look of the door. You've got some special storage space to keep your key over there, but how are you going to start your car, as this does not come with an engine start stop button? Poor. For a car priced over 40 lakhs, this exposed plastic kills the look of it, and also you've got some blank switches which looks absolutely rubbish. Before I take her out onto the open roads, let's talk some numbers. So this Q3 and all Q3 are fitted with a 2-liter engine producing 187 bhp and 320 Newton meters of torque, which is paired with a 7-speed DCT gearbox, which makes it brilliant. Driving the Audi Q3, and the first impression you get that Audi has absolutely nailed this driving position. I mean, the seating position is really good. The visibility is amazing, though the rear window visibility is a little questionable, but overall I think this is a driver-centric car. The steering wheel is sharp, the throttle is sharp, and yes, the brake pedal is very sharp. But onto that in a moment. The whole interior does give a very similar vibe to Tiguan, which is not nice. Also, while driving in traffic, this car is such a comfort due to its compact size and amazing visibility. It's actually so easy to drive in traffic. The only problem that I face while driving in traffic are these brake pedals. Yes, you might be confused. The brake pedal position is too upright, such as a 90-degree thing, which strains your foot too much and could be a big hassle for long traffic. Guys, do check it out before buying the Q3 because it could be a pain in the... Also, another thing that I appreciate about Audi is that they've given Quattro in all the variants of the Q3, starting from the base variant all the way up to the top variant, which is kind of a nice thing. Now let's do a maneuverability test where I'm in the rightmost lane and I'm about to make a U-turn, and let's see in which lane we end up in. Making the U-turn, so waiting. That, guys, I'm in middle lane, so not bad, not that great too, but not bad at all. Now enough of this boring stuff. It's time to find out how she does when we floor it. She flies, man, she flies. What's my final verdict about the Audi Q3? So if you guys are looking for a compact SUV that's fun to drive, easy to maneuver and look this good, and do not have enough money for the Porsche Macan, I think this is the next best pick for you, and I would definitely pick this over the X1. Do tell us in the comments below which one would you pick, this or the X1. See you guys in the next video.